This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by the North Law Firm. For car accidents and negligent security cases, call Joe at 239-337-1191. And by Lee Health.
Southwest Florida, you're looking live at the Dunbar Community School. So thrilled to continue to be here. We'll be here for the next 4 weeks. And when we think about the Dunbar Community School, there's only one person that really comes to mind. He's the captain of the ship that sails down the street and gets people on to GEDs and English as a second language and just developing their careers. So we're so thrilled to have Ken Burns here, the principal here, Dunbar Community School. How was that introduction, man?
That was more worthy than I deserve. Right. Awesome, but it's not just about me.
Very humble guy. Describe where we are. If people seeing this background here, where are we?
We're in Dunbar Community Auditorium, one of the historic sites. Great building, hosts a lot of different events, and it's just an awesome place to visit.
This auditorium was involved in the Dunbar Community's old Dunbar High School reunion too as well, right?
Right, and that's coming up this weekend. As a matter of fact, it's started today and goes through Sunday. And we'll be hosting part of that event here at Dunbar Communities on tomorrow.
In the past, this school was what? This was the school where only African Americans could go to high school, right?
Only African Americans from 3 counties, from Lee County, Collier County, and Charlotte County. All those had to be bused into this school.
Wow. And that history is on display in your halls out there. You just got some wonderful history there. Is it very important to you and all other people who are associated to maintain that history? Absolutely.
I think it's always important to know your history, know where you're coming from and where you come from, and see the progress as progress takes place. And this building's been open since 1927. Is when Dunbar started, and the progression that has taken place and the transitions that's taken place have been amazing. Matter of fact, poured up in this auditorium, you can see the old brick from when it was built here. So it's good to know that.
And almost getting close to 100 years later, and now we can, 100 years later almost, since the school was originally opened in 1927. And then we could come in here with a TV talk show with a black person hosting it.
Yes.
Who would have thought all that would happen?
And all the people that's passed through this building, one that comes to mind is Walt Wesley, but we had some great educators that passed through here. Ms. Rose Edie Govan, Ms. Connie Jennings, a host. And if I start trying to name, I miss someone.
But those black educators who were trained here, they went out and educated, went on to college, and many of them came back and became those black school teachers here that are so popular and famous for creating another generation of professionals.
Absolutely. And I think that's an element or component that we're missing today, because a lot of our educators that graduate from here don't come back here. And I think it's important that we kind of rekindle that to maybe get them, to draw them back to us where we can have that same tradition going forward.
Now, this is the original Dunbar High School, now called Dunbar Community School. Tell us what that word community means and what is happening here at this school now.
Surrounding area, for me, what it means is Dunbar community as a whole. The relationship that this school holds with the community of Dunbar or Fort Myers is important, that we service people that's in close proximity to the school, gives them an avenue and outlet for education. We now have Dunbar High School back in the fold. So Dunbar community, it kind of bridges the gap of those who are not going to high school or needs additional help, gives them an opportunity to come here for us to service them.
And Dunbar High School is, we'll just plug that Carl Burnside over there. They're Microsoft certified, one of the top high schools in the country. That's good to have a high school like that continue that legacy, would you say?
Absolutely. And Carl Burnside does an outstanding job. And if you don't go to Dunbar community and you live in this community, you're missing out on a really good opportunity because that is the number one Microsoft school in the nation. So your child missing out on a great opportunity by not attending Dunbar.
In my mind, I'm hoping that my son will be able to go to, that's what I'm planning. My son will be able to go to the Dunbar High School. Yeah. The future, when you look at the big picture for this particular school, what are some things you like to continue to see grow here at the school?
Well, one of the things is, we have a break in between, and we're starting to fill that gap or that void where we're having school in here throughout the day, from 9 o'clock till 9 o'clock a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. We have lifelong learning classes that are starting to fill some of those vacancies. But what I like to see one day is maybe this school, that we can continue to do what we do here, but at the same time, someday have an opportunity to utilize this school as a normal school for children in the community.
Really?
I see children out in the bus stop every day I come in. Hopefully one day they may consider this being a part of a normal school setting for kids.
I see. Would you still be able to do what you do here now with the GED and English as a second language type stuff, or that would move somewhere else and this would just be a elementary school or a middle school, something like that?
Well, most sites are in the afternoon after school, because most of the ESOL and GED classes are held in school at some sites at night as well, like Lehigh and East Lehigh and Cypress Lake and Cape Coral and Fort Myers Technical Institute College and Cape Coral Technical College. All have GED and ESOL programs that they hold at night after their session. So maybe one day we can get that number.
I think so. This is a historic landmark, the school. It's been well maintained. It's almost like in its original form. Talk about the majesty of all of that when you're walking around. It's like, you're on something special here.
From the moment you walk in the door, history permeates the building. And it's just nostalgic that you see old black and white pictures, typewriters, a bust of Paul Lawrence Dunbar sitting in the middle of the building, principles from early years up on the wall. And it is just a great feeling to be in this building.
The work that you've done here since you've been here for a couple of years hasn't gone unnoticed. And I got a surprise here for you. This is the prestigious education award that we give out on Lee Pitts Live. We pick one person every year as the Educator of the Year throughout Southwest Florida, where our show airs in 7 counties. And the 2018 Person of the Year is Ken Burns, the principal of Dunbar Community Schools. And it says this, Mr. Barnes, Lee Pitts Live 2018 Educator of the Year presented to Ken Barnes for your outstanding leadership making Dunbar Community School a beacon in our community. It provides opportunities for many underserved, especially minorities, who can enhance their careers with GEDs and English as a second language. Given to you today. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. And again, I say, wow. And I would say to you, to God be the glory, because everything I do to glorify God. And the people in this building, when you ever get an award, it's always more than one person behind the award. So
that's great.
I like to thank the staff that was here, that helps me to do what I do every day.
Well, we're so happy that you're able to join that illustrious band of people over the last 28 years who've been able to get the Lee Pitts Live Educator of the Year Award, and you're certainly deserving, even though you are a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity.
That's a plus.
Of course, Phi Beta Sigma in the house. Hey, man, keep up the good work, and we look forward to coming back out here and continuing to do our shows here and see you continue to progress, man. You're loved by the community.
Can I say this before we go? Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for this award, because it's an honor coming from a person like you to receive such an award.
All right, thank you. Looking forward to seeing it displayed prominently in your office.
Will do.
That's it for Lee Pitts Live. Join us again next week. And of course, next week will be Tashika Perry, and Girl Talk will be right here. We'll see you. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching Lee Pitts Live. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts, the host of Lee Pitts Live. We're here at the Holiday Inn Airport in Fort Myers, and I want you to continue to watch Lead Pitch Live on television, on YouTube, and of course, listen to us on radio. But to get all of your shows to come right to you, just click on that subscribe button right there, and Lead Pitch Live will come right to you, your time, your way. That's Lead Pitch Live.